Hi Gaurav, how are
Hi,
you?
Vineet. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, thank you. So, we have a couple of questions from you as part of Agile Coaching Certification workshop. So, Mike, we want to have your opinion. So, should an Agile coach have delivery accountability? And give two reasons, whatever is your opinion. Okay? So, two reasons for whether Agile coach should have delivery accountably or not. We are not following textbook here. We want to have purely your opinion.
Delivery responsibility, obviously not not. Agile coach should never have that, because first thing is he gets very biased with respect to, he gets attached to the results, and that is not his responsibility. His responsibility is to the team, not to the results. That is one reason. Second thing, it might lead to colluding with maybe project managers, higher management on how things needs to work with the team. So because of these two reasons, he should at least not be responsible for delivery responsibilities.
Okay. Now, what I know is you have actually coached quite a few agile teams in your experience, and what I have observed in the IT industry is Scrum masters or agile coaches are actually owning delivery, part of it. If not actually doing the work, but at least the review of the delivery. Let's say Scrum Master reviewing the code, Scrum Master doing some of the stuff which is somewhere related to the delivery. What's your opinion? Should it continue? Is it good for the overall
These
health
are
of the
anti-patterns.
These are anti-patterns.
These have to be culled at where they start. Again, that depends on the maturity of the organization and the coach that you have in the team or the organization. But these have to be killed. So
These have to be killed.
you cannot go around with anti-patterns.
Okay, who will kill it?
Who will kill it? I would say the team should have that maturity to kill it. But yes, as a guiding light, if there is a good agile coach, why not? He should be the one taking it up.
The coach must bring in the
Yeah.
positive change. Oh, okay, okay. So what is the key mindset change needed? Right. Let's say, are you from technical background?
No.
Okay. Let's say you have a team member who is a technical architect, and for some reason you want to groom the person as a future agile coach.
Okay.
You see something in him, but you don't know what that is. But you are pretty sure that the technical architect can take up agile coach role. So, what do you think is the key mindset change that architect has to adopt?
Well, if you put it this way, that I think I see something is in there in that technical architect. Mostly, it would be in terms of that he's a good teacher or he's a good mentor to his subordinates, right? Because most of the time when I see architects, either they are very entrenched into what they do as technically, and there is this some kind of mentality like, this is my work, my domain, I cannot leave it there. And if there is some guy who has, who shows some potential of being a coach, that means that he has that ability to communicate himself or at least be a teacher or mentor to somebody. The biggest mindset change that he would need in that terms is to understand what agility means, right? So he need to understand what collaboration means. He need to understand that he's not apart from a team. So that kind of mindset change, that basic mindset change, when that starts to happen, that he's not the one who is making results happen, then it will, that will be the starting point for a technical architect.
Having said that, what about the natural tendency of an architect to be the problem solver?
Yes, now that is where he has to learn to curb it, and he would need some teaching, coaching, or mentoring in that respect. That he need to understand that he has to hold himself back. He needs to let the team come out with solution rather than giving solution by himself. Even though he knows it, even though the team knows it, he should have a stand saying that, guys, I'm not going to solve it for you. You do it or you don't do it. It's your choice.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Gaurav.
Yeah.
Lovely answers, lovely insights. Friends, any other question?
Yes, please.
My question is, how would you go about increasing the amount of collaboration in a team?
How would I go about increasing the collaboration within the team? And all right, so it is a generic question, or is it very specific to a particular situation that you're asking?
No, in an agile team, how would you increase collaboration in general?
In general, so if it is a new team, the first thing that I would like to do is I'd like to make the team sit together amongst themselves in an open space where they work together, right? I would not at least for even before the sprint start, I would like them to keep working on few small things for that, so that they start collaborating in a bit, like asking amongst themselves what can be done, what cannot be done. Small things. It cannot be a project related or delivery related, but something that gets them to think. The second important part is training. You need to train them on what are the agile principle values, what frameworks that you are using, and framework training becomes very important apart from agile and values thing, because what framework you are using is going to determine what kinds of team norms they are going to form. Now, once you start setting up these things, you'll have a good foundation for a good collaborating team, and then you can build upon it. You can have good innovation games being played. You make sure that when you sit in the different events, how those events are conducted, maybe even making somebody responsible to take care of those events. But you can do all those things. But this is the basic foundation that you need to lay first to reach somewhere else.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
If in a scenario, if we have two offshore teams, then how can we manage the collaboration in between them?
Two offshore teams, what would you mean?
Teams, one team is sitting in Pune and another is in US.
Yeah.
So there would be a time zone difference.
True.
How the collaboration will happen in between these two teams?
Yes, now those are the practicalities that you start talking about. So, yeah, and this is the most common situation that we have in our IT industry in India, at least. So you'll have some member of the teams, specifically your product owners or business-related people sitting over there. Your senior team members who are architects, they might be also at on-site, and then most of your developers sitting here in India. Usually that is where you'll have to start using tools for that. You obviously understand the soft skill part of it, how to collaborate and all, but you need to start using tools for it. You need to, are you going to manage for the time? How are you going to set the norms for the teams? Are you going to use a Skype, or are you going to use a video conferencing room? What is that you're going to do? Are you going to use a digital board? If yes, how are you going to manage it? What additional responsibility a Scrum Master will have? Because at least I can say for sure that in such scenarios, Scrum Master then has some additional responsibilities to take care of. So that you need to address also as a part of team forming norms. Anything else?
Okay, I think thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Gaurav, and congratulations.